go. Lower course is a go. Aaron, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gravity Throttle Racing. This is Rallycross to the Extreme. My name is Aaron Take, and my co-host is Richard Gere. Richard.
Today is a tale of 4 very fast cars. Check this out.
From dubious diecast, Mr. Dark.
9.37 is really moving. He's got some good speed. An 18.81. He spins it around. 25.61 puts Mr. Dark at the top of the pole.
From Man-Child Motorsports, it's Papa Pugsley.
Here you now, drifting. That's a good drift, very good drift. 10.10. Flying down. 19.26. He's really flying. Look at him go.
He nearly pushed Mr. Dark off of the pole position. It's Numbskull from Numbskull Racing.
Here he goes. Hits the wall hard. 9.20. Now that is our fastest split. Watch out!
Oh no!
And don't worry, Numbskull, you're still in head-to-head competition.
Bolo Brown, driving the number 40, 1992 Lancia Delta.
Right turn. Oh no! Oh! He is DNF'd. Let's make sure that he is okay. 34 drivers. We've got to get down to 32, so we're going to have a squash race.
Numbskull will take second. Bolo Brown has first. There's your 32 and 31 position. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Bolo and to Numbskull.
Aaron, I know you and I have been talking about this.
I hear ya.
The anticipation for this race is very big, and it's exciting to finally be here that day. Mr. Dark, Numbskull, Bolo Brown, and Papa Pugsley.
The number 2 seed from Man-Child Motorsports is Papa Pugsley, driving the number 72 2008 Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. In lane 2, the number 32 seed Numbskull from Numbskull Racing, driving the number 21 1969 Alfa Romeo. Now in lane 3, the 31 seed from Miniature Car Racing is Bolo Brown, driving the number 40 1992 Lancia Delta Integral. And also driving a Lancia Delta Integral is Mr. Dark, the number 1 seed from Dubious Diecast. He is number 13.
Here it is, 8 rounds of racing. This is round 1. The cars have started, the countdown has begun. We've got Dubious Diecast Mr. Dark on the outside, taking the early lead over the creek. And look at the Alfa Romeo screaming out into the lead. And a right turn. And here we go, drifting. Both integrals look great. And I think we've got Papa Pugsley in the lead. Around the Joker lane, he's looking so fast, and he's got the lead onto the runway. And now, around the Big U, Papa's looking great. Onto the Scrambler. Holding that straight line just like he did in qualifying. First place for Papa Pugsley. Where are the others? Oh, here comes Mr. Dark and Numbskull. Squeaking around, and we got Mr. Dark and Numbskull for second and third. We have lost Bolo Brown.
Well, let's go back here to instant replay. Look at how the Alfa Romeo is in the lead, but Papa Pugsley does a nice job. Watch him carefully as he's got the inside lane on the Joker, screaming around the turn, taking the lead. He is pulling off a clinic. Now look at the tangle up here around the Big U. We've got Bolo backwards, almost off the road, being shoved by Mr. Dark. And Numbskull comes in to help them out and get poor Bolo Brown out of the way. That is a diecast clinic about how to get rid of your competition, if I ever saw one. After the first round, Papa Pugsley has the lead, and Mr. Dark is in second.
The drivers are back at the start. It's round 2. We have Bolo Brown on the outside now, and Mr. Dark on the inside, right next to Papa Pugsley. Here we go. Bolo's got a good start. And here comes Papa. He's looking fast. Look at him. Catch up there. Down into the Joker lane they go with Papa in the lead. Oh, beautiful job by Bolo as he now makes his way over the train. But look at Papa go. Look at Papa flying. He's now in the lead onto the runway. And there goes Mr. Dark into second. Around the Big U. Boy, look how fast. Mr. Dark is catching up now. Look at that, kicking that speed in. But no, he's tumbled over. And Bolo takes second. Numbskull has crashed into Mr. Dark. He won't finish. Wow, that was an exciting finish.
Now watch here as Bolo takes a very wide line. He knows that Numbskull has trouble on the inside lane, drifting, and look at him swing that door open. But Mr. Dark, little too much speed on his part. That's going to cost him a second place finish. Boy, but he caught up to Papa. And there comes Bolo, avoiding the accident into second place. Wonderful job on his part. After 2 rounds of racing, it is Papa Pugsley taking a commanding lead. Let's move on to round 3.
On the outside lanes, we have Numbskull and Papa Pugsley. And on the inside is Dark and Bolo Brown. And they're off. Mr. Dark has a lead over the creek, but he loses it, and Papa has flipped over. The Alfa Romeo, driven by Numbskull, is looking good. And look at the Deltas make their way around, but hard hit, and it looks like Numbskull has stalled. Bolo is in the lead now as he makes his way onto the runway. Mr. Dark is behind, but trying to catch up. Around the big U they go. Bolo is looking sharp, onto the scrambler, keeping a straight line. Mr. Dark cannot catch him. He will take second place.
And let's take a look here at instant replay as we watch Papa Pugsley try and make his way to keep up with the Alfa Romeo and ends up on his belly. Speaking of the Alfa, look at too much speed into the drift turn. It looks like he's just gone catatonic and is unable to complete his run. Now, after 3 rounds of racing, Bolo has caught up there close to Papa Pugsley, and so has Mr. Dark.
The racing has been fast. It's now round 4. That's going fast too. We've got Papa Pugsley and Mr. Dark. The high seats on the outside. Here we go. Bolo's got a lead over the creek. And boy, it's a tight race, but look at Mr. Dark go. Mr. Dark has the lead now. The others have caught up. Great racing here. Oh, look at that. Cutting in front. That was a beautiful executed drift by Papa. And, but the Alfa Romeo, look at that speed as he flies down the runway. This is where he shines. Look at that great speed as he's around the big U, way ahead of the competition, spinning around, looking backwards, but taking first. Here we go, a tightly packed bunch coming in, and it's Bolo, Papa, and Mr. Dark.
Let's keep an eye on Numbskull here. This is real time, an isolated view of his work through the snow, keeping up with the integrals, and now the camera can't even keep up with him as he makes his way through the dirt and on the outside here, in the Joker lane, well ahead of the competition. Even Papa Pugsley, as he makes his way down the runway, he just breaks through every speed barrier, around the big U, onto the scrambler. This time he is holding his control, coming through well ahead of the competition. Round 4 finishes up with Numbskull taking 4 points and climbing up into contention as Bolo Brown and Papa Pugsley are tied for the lead. And I hear a train a-coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now round 5. 4 more rounds, but the train is up and running. You know, extra points are in play. Here we go with Bolo and Mr. Dark. First opportunity for them. And they're both looking good. Bolo, though, has stretched out the lead as he makes his way onto Mesa Butte. Nice drifting. But he's in reverse. And now he's flipped back around. Here we go. It looks like a point for him and a point for Mr. Dark as they cross the train, but Papa Pugsley has pulled out into the lead. And Mr. Dark has spun around. It is Numbskull in 3rd place behind Bolo, pressing for 2nd place, and Bolo will take 2nd. Numbskull in 3rd. Here we go. Mr. Dark, he rolls the car, but manages to go through. That is critical. He takes 4th.
And just as Richard confirmed, 1 point goes for Bolo, and Mr. Dark just misses the 3 and the 4 dice. Papa Pugsley really shines as he makes his way down the runway, and Mr. Dark got spun around, spins it back in. But Papa Pugsley has taken, once again, 1st place with Bolo in 2nd. Let's see how the score shakes out. With that extra point and the train, Bolo and Papa Pugsley are still tied. Numbskull and Mr. Dark also have 2 more points coming.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Race number 6. Time is running out for Mr. Dark and Numbskull. They need to find a way. Numbskull has an opportunity for extra points. Here we go, and Bolo's got the lead. There goes Numbskull. Numbskull is racing out through the snow in the lead around Mesa Butte. He still manages to have trouble drifting, and look at Bolo take advantage of that. That's too bad. Mr. Dark is looking good, and Bolo has crossed the train. There goes Mr. Dark in 1st, and Papa Pugsley pulls into 2nd. Good run for Mr. Dark onto the scrambler. Will he flip the car? No, he won't. He will take 1st place. Papa Pugsley comes through. He's been consistent. In 2nd place, Bolo's in 3rd.
Well, that was critical for Mr. Dark because we just got word that he found a rattlesnake, or so he thinks. But he stays on all 4s and keeps moving on. Critical for him now. Here he comes, and there he goes. And you see Bolo in the background. Watch carefully now. Oh my goodness! Bolo has crossed the 5 dice. That is really going to launch his score. Let's take a look. And there we have it. Bolo Brown is now in the lead by 4 points over Papa. Papa is 4 points ahead of Mr. Dark with 2 rounds left.
Ladies and gentlemen, time is running out for Mr. Dark. Will he find the light? We have 2 races left. Papa's ahead by 4 points, and Bolo's looking good too. And it's the Alfa Romeo in the lead. And here we go, Mr. Dark on the Lane 2 is looking good, but all of them tightly packed. Drifting. Oh, a collision. Papa has spun backwards, but now he's going to go over the caboose, and I think Numbskull's going to miss the train. And look, here we go with Bolo Brown in first place. Mr. Dark in second. Around the Big U. Mr. Dark is gaining on him, though. Here he comes, both on the scrambler, and oh, it's tight, but Bolo's going to take the lead and take the win. Mr. Dark in second, Papa in third, and Numbskull comes in fourth.
And let's go back here and take a look. On Mesa Butte, Papa Pugsley spins out, and a fortunate hit by Numbskull catapults him over the caboose for an extra point. Let's tally up the scores here, and Papa Pugsley, Mr. Dark both add 3. There's still a 4-point spread. Bolo Brown is comfortably in the lead.
And Aaron, with one race left, pulling out 4 more points is going to be very, very hard. But look at now, Mr. Dark and Papa in the additional points lead. And here we go. Mr. Dark has a good start. He's looking good. Papa's holding his own right nearby, and Bolo is pulled up next to him. All eyes up top as they go onto Mesa Butte. And Papa has overdrifted. It looks like he's stuck. Here goes Mr. Dark over the train. He must take first place. Or second. Here he goes. He's in second place. Behind him is Bolo, and around the Big U. Oh, he gets loose. Bolo gives him a big tap. On to the scrambler they go. Mr. Dark is holding his own and taking second place. Bolo in third.
Wow, what a way to end a race yet again. Let's go back here first. Instant replay. This is our heat or round 8 winner. Taking a look backwards to Numbskull is going to see himself what's going on. But this was critical. Mr. Dark has a good drift, a very strong drift, but it was Papa Pugsley that overdrifted. Now, this is preliminary scores before the jump over the train. We know that Mr. Dark got at least 1 point. They're rewinding the tape. Let's take a look.
There will be a race-off in the event of a tie.
Mr. Dark.
Oh!
Mr. Dark has hit the 5 dice, ladies and gentlemen.
Amazing.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe it.
He has hit the 5 dice.
I can't believe it.
That's right, Richard. He has hit the 5 dice.
Did you see his landing?
Mr. Dark spots the landing on 2 wheels and pulls off the miracle comeback.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll tally up the scores here, and look. Mr. Dark, with an extra 5 points, has leapfrogged into second place with Bolo Brown taking the win. Thank you, Papa Pugsley, and thank you, Numbskull, for participating in this under construction tournament. Let's move on here, as we have finished 6 of our 8 top 32 races. We're getting closer to the Sweet 16. Next week we have Group 4. Who do we have? Here comes Marco Polo, West Coastin, Ha Bin Sung, and Hades. Aaron.
Are you tracking?